Hey everybody, I've got just a few poses, stretches that I wanted to share with you today, focusing on helping the neck feel better. I think we've all had times where we just woke up and our neck was a little stiff, or maybe you strained it some other way, or just had it in a weird position for a long time and you just noticed it doesn't feel great. So hopefully these movements and stretches will help it feel better. So to start, we're just going to be seated. You can be seated on a yoga mat. You can be seated in a chair, however you're most comfortable, and in a way that lets you sit up tall. So if you are sitting on the floor on a mat, you might want to grab a pillow or even a folded up towel or blanket. Just put that under your hips, and that might help you sit up taller. So sitting up tall, we're going to start by just kind of going through flexion and extension. So as we breathe out, we're going to tuck the chin toward the chest, flexing the neck. Should feel a pretty good stretch on the back of your neck here. And as you start to breathe in, you're going to lift the chin away from the chest, lift the eye gaze up, bringing that stretch to the front of the neck. We're going to do that one more time for each. So breathing out, rounding, flexing the neck. And this time as you come up and extend the neck and lift the chin away from the chest, let your shoulders relax as much as they can. So thinking about them dropping down away from the ears. Okay, so this time we're going to just come back to center and we're going to find a variation just to build on that flexion extension a little bit. So we're going to inhale, reach the arms up this time. Still, you can lift the chin away from the chest, extend the neck, and bring the hands behind the head this time. And as we exhale, we're going to take the chin to the chest, flexion, rounding. So we're getting a little extra pull just from the weight of the arms. And then we can inhale, lift back up, chin away from the chest, reach the elbows back. And one more time. Exhale, come forward, just let the elbows drop toward the floor. And as you inhale, lift up, lift the chest, lift the eye gaze, reach the elbows back. And then exhale just to release, come back to center. All right, so we've done flexion extension. Now we're just going to do lateral movement, so side to side. So check in with your shoulders first, just make sure they're relaxed. And as we exhale, we're going to let that right ear drop toward the right shoulder, opening up on that left side. And next inhalation, come through center. And then exhale, left ear to left shoulder. Might feel good to even add in just like a little slight rotation here. And we're going to get to the rotation next. And that should feel really good. And again, we're going to repeat this one more time, this time with the arms. So I'm going to take the right fingertips, kind of just resting those right fingertips on the top of the head. And if you want even more tension, you can reach those left fingertips out to the side to kind of really focus on that side of the neck. And as you exhale, come through center. Bring that left ear toward the left shoulder. Same thing here, we have the option to add the hands this time, so those left fingertips can just kind of rest on the side of the head to help open up a little further. If you need even more tension, reach those right fingertips out. And then exhale to come back to center. All right, so sitting up tall again, and we're going to get that rotation in next. So shoulders relax down, crown of the head lifts up. And as we exhale, we're going to turn to take the eye gaze over the right shoulder. Next inhalation, come back through center. And exhale, take it over the left shoulder. Inhale back through center, following that same pattern. We're going to rotate again with the option to add the hands this time. So our right fingertips might come to the chin, and our left fingertips might kind of come behind toward the back of the head. And we can just really, really gently, lightly using those fingertips to guide a little bit more rotation. And then inhaling back through center. Same thing, other side. Eye gaze over your left shoulder, and option for those left fingertips to find the outside of the chin and right fingertips to find the back of the head. And inhaling back to center. And now we're just going to get in some more fluid movement. So you can start by just dropping the chin to the chest, rolling to the right, and then back through center, rolling to the left. And you're just going to go side to side here a couple times. If it feels good, you can make this a full circle. Take the head all the way back to come around to the other side. If you try out that full circle and it's not feeling good, just continue with your side to side movement. And if you are doing those full circles, the next time you come around to the front, pause there for a second, and then switch to do a few circles going the other way. All right, so start to make your way back to center. We're going to do one more movement for the neck here, and then I'm going to move to the wall and show you one more there. So we're going to come to just a forward fold position. And if it feels okay, just let your head hang here. Anytime we do forward folds of any kind, forward bends, we want to be aware of the low back. So if your low back's feeling a little tight or like it needs support, then adjust. You can bend your knees, you can find more of a half fold position, but whatever position you're in for today, for right now, see if you can just let the crown of your head fall toward the floor. And you might find just like a little bit of gentle movement, some little small circles. If it feels good, you can even bring your hands to the back of the head. Again, just kind of letting the weight of your arms bring a little bit more traction to the head. And whenever you're ready, you can release, soft bend in the knees, and come all the way up to standing. And then we're going to move to the wall, and I'll show you what we're going to do there. Okay, so we're going to set up with our back against the wall. And this is a movement that I picked up from Laura Hyman. She's a really great yoga teacher you can find on Instagram and on her own website. I'll link her in the description of this video. So we're going to find our 3 S's, as Laura would say. The sacrum, which is kind of that hard bony part right above at the top of your pelvis, your scapula, your shoulder blades, and your skull, the back of your head. And we're going to try as best as we can to get all 3 of those to touch the wall at the same time. You can have your knees a little bit bent, and if you are having trouble getting those 3 points contacting, take your heels a little further away from the wall. And for a lot of us, myself included, getting the back of the head to the wall is going to be pretty challenging. If you need to, you can use, again, like a pillow or folded up towel here, just to have something for your head to push back into. So once you're lined up, oh, and one more point, chin neutral, so we don't want our chin jutting up. If you do that, it's going to be super easy and you're not going to get as much benefit for your neck. So chin neutral, eye gaze straight out ahead, and maybe just holding this position is enough for you, enough of a challenge. If you want to add a little more, you can take a big breath in, and then as you exhale, thumbs pointing forward, we're going to reach the arms up. And you can have the arms, a little wider than shoulder width if you need to. And bringing those thumbs toward the wall, they don't have to touch. You'll probably reach a point where you can't maintain that 3-point alignment with the wall. So when you find that, just let the arms come back down as you breathe in. And we'll repeat that twice more. So exhaling, arms come back up. And then inhale, float them down. Let's do that one more time. All right, and then we can slowly peel away from the wall. And just notice how your neck feels. Hopefully it feels a little better than when you started. And hope you enjoyed this short practice and look forward to seeing you again soon.